Hello Grumpy Golfers, I hope you are all well and welcome to the next episode of A Golfer's Ramblings. And guess what? Today we are going to be talking about the 2019 Best Driver of the Year. And guess what? In for a little surprise. It's nothing any of the guys on YouTube have recommended as the best driver in 2019. Do you know why? We'll come to that in a second. So, as I say, we're going to talk about the best driver of 2019, and you'll be surprised. And why you'll be surprised is what I'm going to talk about. So, when you top boys on eBay, YouTube, talk about the best driver and the top 5 clubs and the top 5 wedges, what they're basing that opinion on is their delivery numbers. For example, you have your pro, and obviously let's not forget these guys doing these reviews on these clubs are pros. So they'll get on their launch monitor, they'll hit the balls, and they'll base their opinion on their delivered numbers, their spin rates, their distance, their carry distance, peak height, whatever they want to base their opinion on. But let's not forget, it's their numbers. Yeah. So when you're looking at their top 10 drivers or top 5 drivers of the year or clubs of the year or whatever, that's for them. That's their top driver. But they're billing it as it's the best driver of the year. Well, yeah, for them it is. But for you and me, it might not be. So, but how many of you down the end of that lens watch these reviews, watch these top 10 club reviews, and base your opinion and go and buy a club unfitted on their reviews? I'm guessing it's a high percentage. So the best club of 2000 and whatever year, and I say club because I literally mean anything in your bag, the best club in your bag is whatever you've been fitted for. Now that may be a Cobra F9, that may be a Titleist TS3, it might be I don't know, a Slazenger from Sports Direct. But if it's giving you the best numbers, it's the best club for you. Yeah? And that's what I'm saying. Don't watch these reviews and part with your hard-earned cash on someone else's opinion. Because what you're going to find is going to happen is it's not going to be the best club for you. So you're going to buy this club. You're going to spend, let's be honest, £450 on a new driver, where realistically, if that club's not been fitted for you, that ain't the best club for you. It might be better than your old one, granted, but is it the best one for you? That's what you need to look at. And this is a subject that's been burning at me year on year. So I started watching golf YouTube probably 5 years ago now. And I got hooked into these reviews and the best club this and the best club that. And it's only more and more that I've watched it and I've started doing it myself, and I've thought, do you know what? They're pushing a product on their opinion and on their delivery numbers. That's not the best product for me. That's not the best product for the consumer. It's not. The best product for us is what is best suited to us in delivery numbers. So I'm going to use me as an example just because it makes sense. I went for and I'm going to use irons over a driver. I can use a driver, I can use irons and a driver. So I went for a bag fitting. So everything from driver down to wedges at Celtic Manor. And it was a Titleist bag fitting. Now, I use MP5 blades at the minute. So I was on my way to Wales thinking I'm going to be fitted into a set of 718 MBs or worst case CBs. So I kind of went with a little bit of a closed mindset. Got up there, got on the launch monitor. Obviously, Kyle the fitter was absolutely fantastic, made me feel comfortable. But the process that we went through sort of made me think, actually, I need to open my mind. So I was hitting the MBs, and I was getting similar numbers to my MP5s. I thought, okay, they were a little bit better, so yeah, I'm happy with that. And then Kyle said, let's try something else, but I'm not going to tell you what. Don't sort of pay too much attention to what's in your hand, just hit the club, which I did. Which gave me some absolutely fantastic numbers. Changed a few heads, went back to the head that gave me the good numbers, tweaked around with the shafts a little bit, and ultimately a little bit of time later, that was the club fitting done. And he said, do you want to know what you've been fitted to? And obviously, of course, I do. Thinking AP2. Bit chunkier than the CB and the MB. Got to be an AP2. No. I was fitted to an AP3, an inch longer, sorry, half an inch longer, and 2 degrees upright. Completely blew my mind, in the sense that I never thought I'd be fitted to that club in those specs. Still a stiff shaft, obviously, because of swing speed. But yeah, I had my mind opened to then realise, well, actually, they are the best clubs for me. If, you know, get away from what I thought I was going to have, been fitted, that's the best club for me. So basically, ultimately, what I'm saying, I digress massively, the best club of any year and any period of time is whatever the best club is for you, is what's fitted for you and what you're getting the best numbers with. Again, I'll use a driver example. I'll use a TaylorMade M3. No, originally it wasn't fitted, but then it was fitted, so it's fitted for me. That's a little bit of a valor. Those of you that know the story know the story. Those of you that don't, go and watch the review. It's on my channel, and you'll get the full story behind how it ended up getting fitted. So yeah, it's fitted for me. I'll tell you the specs. I'm in a 9.5 head in a hazardous yellow 6.5 shaft. So that's Tour Stiff. Okay, they don't make that shaft anymore. They make the hazardous yellow smoke, which isn't as stiff or heavy. I learned that at the Titleist Fit. But anyway, so I've got that, and I hit good numbers with that. I hit really good numbers with that. Obviously went to the Titleist Fitting. Tried, obviously, at the time it was the 2 and the 3. 2, absolutely no use to me. Massive spin numbers going absolutely nowhere in comparison. Get that out of my hands. Stuck the TS3 in my hand. Put the new hazardous, the new equivalent of my shaft. Didn't like the feel. Numbers were okay, very similar. Changed the shaft, changed the OptiFit setting. I don't think it's called OptiFit with Titleist, but the hosel setting, because they have the light setting on there as well. So slightly more upright, and changed it to a Evenflow T111 white 6.5, which again is Tour Stiff, and the numbers were absolutely insane, like literally ridiculous. Probably 27 yards longer than mine, and about 15 to 18 mile an hour ball speed quicker. So huge differences there, and I thought that you know, that I was boggled. So that was fitted. A couple of days went by, and I thought, that can't be right. I can't. That driver can't be that far in front of my M3. So I went to the dreaded American Golf, because they had a competition at the time, which was a TS competition. I thought, you know what, I'll give it a blast. Hit 3 drives with my driver, which were decent. Then got a TS3, put it in the same spec shaft and loft and lie settings as Kyle had set up, because the sheet was still in my boot, and smashed massive numbers again, huge in comparison. So again, okay, that currently is the best driver of 2019 for the Grumpy Golfer. Okay, brilliant. TaylorMade fitting day, popped along, got fitted for the M6. Sorry, the M5, the equivalent of the M3, marginally better than the M3. You wouldn't part with £4,500. Better. Okay, so Titleist is still winning. Fitted for the Callaway Epic Flash Sub-Zero. Not even as good as the M3. Numbers were nowhere near as good. Dispersion was worse. Distance was worse. Spin rate was higher for a Sub-Zero as well. Just nowhere. It wasn't in the ballpark. And the F9 was again marginally. I tried the Cobra F9 at a fitting day, which was marginally better. So yeah, so for me, after being fitted for 4 different clubs, the best driver of 2019 for me, the Titleist TS3. I think you kind of get the picture. You're only going to know what the best club is for you after you've been fitted. Now, these chaps on YouTube, yes, it's their living, but these reviews, I use the review wrong, because the club reviews are invaluable. They give you a lot of information about the club for you to form an opinion on. But when they're saying the best club of 2019 is X, Y, and Z, they're wrong to do so, because that is their best club. of 2019. And for them to tell you it's the best club for 2019 is wrong, because for you then to say that's the best club for 2019, I'm going to go and spend £450 on it, when the club in your bag could actually be better if it's fitted. Now, you've got to sit and think long and hard whether you're going to spend £450. I'm not the sort of person that can just go, I'm going to go buy a new driver, that's £450. See, I've got to go run away. How many people can do that? Hardly any. There's not many that can do that. And if you're like me, you have to think, that's a big purchase, £450. You want it to be, you do want it to be the best driver for you. Get fitted, but get fitted with an open mind. Don't go to a fitting and say, I want X, and that's what you're going to fit me to. Go with an open mind, because X might well be better than yours, but Z could be even better than yours. Yeah, real, handicap changing numbers, game score changing numbers. Yeah, so go with an open mind. Strongly recommend that. So yeah, guys, really think hard about these videos, because they're not the best clubs on the market. Well, the best clubs on the market, but they're not the best club of 2019. It is for that individual that's putting the video out. Yeah, so if this was that style of video, the best club of 2019 would be the Titleist TS3. For me, yeah, it is. Is it for you? Possibly not. But it is for me. So my 2019 best club is Titleist TS3 and the AP3s. But that might not be for you. Can you see where I'm coming from? So, seriously, the best club of any year is what you're fitted to. Yeah? Not these bullshit videos that you're getting on YouTube by 1 million a minute fucking view gurus. No. That ain't the best club for you, because that's their opinion and it's their delivery numbers. Yeah? You want the best club on your delivery numbers. So, that's what I'm saying. The best club of 2019 is what's fitted to you. So forget watching. Watch them if you like it, I get it. Yeah, they're interesting at times. But don't form an opinion that is the best club for you, because it's not. Not until you've been fitted and you've got a pro who's fitted you on launch monitors, you've got hard and fast data, you've physically seen the ball flights, decide if it's the best club of 2019. Because until you've seen that information, it's not. Because the information they're putting on the screen, that dry ball data that they're putting on the screen, is theirs. Let's not forget, they're pros. They all swing the club over 100 miles an hour. They all find the centre of the face. They all carry the ball, Mark Crossfield, except over 270, 80 yards. Yeah? Now, don't get me wrong, I'm up there, but I'm not there. And most of you guys wouldn't be up there. You might be close, but you can't form your opinion on their numbers, and it's wrong. It's wrong that they're telling you that that's the best driver. It frustrates me, because it's not the best driver out there. So, for example, one of the guys did a best top 5 recently, and it was a Cobra F9. And if the Cobra F9 was the best driver out there for 2019, why is it not in his bag? Yeah? Why is that driver not in his bag? Because he's not gaming an F9. Gaming something else. So how's he saying it's the best driver in 2019? So he's plumbed it as the best driver of 2019. Why? Why has he said it's the 2019? Are Cobra paying him? Because he's not sponsored. So is a Cobra paying him? Who knows? And this is another reason why I disagree with these videos where they tell you this is the best club. It ain't. I harbour the point. The best club of any year, okay, is the one that you've gone out and you've got fitted for. The one that gives you the best numbers. Stop watching these plums on YouTube telling you what's the best club of 2000 and any year, because they're wrong. And I stand by that. And I do stand by that. They shouldn't be telling you what the best club is at all. I fully stand by their reviews, because they give you some great information. They do give you some information. for you to forge an opinion of what you think you would like to go and get fitted for. But for Christ's sake, don't think what they're telling you is the best club is the best club, because it ain't. It might be. It could well be after you've been fitted. That could well be. But until you're fitted, you won't know. And that's what I'm saying. The best club, 2019, is what you're fitted for and what gives you the best numbers. There you go. Told you it was a little bit of a different one today. So that wraps that video up, guys. That was a golfer's rant rather than a rambling. So I do apologise, but I don't apologise because I stand by it. You know, I do stand by what I've said. The best club for any year is what you're fitted for. And what I would also say as well, if you've got a driver that's sort of maybe 3 years old, 3 to 4 years old, you're probably not going to see a huge amount of difference. Yes, I've seen a massive amount of difference between my M3 and the TS3. Take that out of them. Take the TS out of the equation. Between the Callaway, the Cobra, and the new TaylorMade, the differences were marginal. For me, the differences and the gains, if you will, were not enough to spend £450 on a driver. The TS3, I'm seriously considering, because the birthday fairies failed me, seriously considering saving and chopping my M3 and for the TS3, because it was literally wow. It was wow. But I'm scoring so well at the minute. For those of you that have been following me on my other socials, you'll see how well I'm scoring, and it's a tough decision to make a change for anything in my bag at the minute. It's a tough one. But yeah, so yeah, like I say, 2019 best was what fitted for you. So, thank you so much for all watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Give the video a thumbs up if you did. Give it a thumbs down if you didn't. Someone's going to give it a thumbs down, and I'm not bothered. Please as well, hit that subscribe button, okay? Please hit the subscribe button. You know, a lot of you guys are watching the video. How many of you subscribed? If you haven't, please just give it a little click. I'm not asking you to hit the bell icon. Just hit the subscribe button, though. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much, guys, and I will see you soon with another Ramblings. Thank you.